You are listening to KC Sports Network, proudly presented by Emprise Bank, your partner in possible.
What is up, soccer fans, and welcome back to another episode of Soccer Talks here on KC Sports Network. I am joined by Sporting KC forward Dániel Sallói for our first ever in-person recording of Soccer Talks. Do you feel special?
Yes, mate. Thank you for having me.
No, thanks for joining me. I know this is a crazy time right now as you guys are a little over halfway through preseason. You're getting ready to head back out to Arizona, but we first have to start with what's been a very exciting time here in Kansas City. The Chiefs winning Super Bowl 57. I know you said you and the guys were out in no other pub downtown watching the game. How was it? What was the vibe like there? What was the reaction?
It was awesome. I loved it last time when I got to watch them win. The other time when they made it to the Super Bowl, they lost it. I was actually back home, so yeah. I timed it perfect. I was always in town when they won it, so it was an amazing day, I think, and honestly, it's a nice feeling to be part of a city, where you have a team which rules the league at this point. They go to the Super Bowl almost every year. It's very fun. So I'm excited for next season as well. I hope they can do it again.
Well, and I understand that you and some of the guys who are season ticket holders just renewed memberships.
Yes, very excited. Fonty, Johnny, and me are season ticket members on the team, and while we were in Arizona, so super pumped for next season.
I love it. And I know that you had some controversial takes on tailgating a couple months back. What are your feelings about watch parties? Better environment?
Yeah. The thing is, what you don't notice, to be fair, is that how long a football game actually is. So you start drinking, and then at one point you're like, wow, we've been drinking for 4 hours and the game's not done. So it's crazy. That's the thing. But this is the only country where you can drink this much and it's acceptable, to be fair. Like any other country, people think you're an alcoholic. But in America, you're like, sports, alcohol, perfect.
Perfect. Well, and to be fair, I used to cover a lot of Chiefs home games back in the day and would have to get there really, really early and was always amazed getting to the stadium 4 hours before kickoff. So there's still a 4-hour game coming after. And people will be like, oh, I've been here for hours. And bottle of Fireball, with just a couple drops left. I'm like, oh, okay, this is how it's going.
So the game was at 5:30, and we had the table reservation. So I reached out saying, hey, what time should we arrive? Mm-hmm. And they were like, yeah, it'd be nice if you could arrive around noon. I was like, noon? I'm not going at noon. It's crazy. And then you stay till midnight. No chance. Yeah. I'm not used to that part. I can't do a 12-hour shift.
It was wild. No, Chiefs fans are built different, just like Patrick Mahomes, absolutely built different. Well, the second best part of the game, I think for a lot of people, was Super Bowl halftime show. I know that maybe wasn't your favorite, but do you have a favorite Rihanna song? Because she's got a lot of bangers.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited to hear Run This Town.
Yes.
Yeah, I played that song a lot in the locker room, so I was excited to hear that, and I thought that was really good. I thought she was good. I just think that last year's was better for me. I think that was awesome. The weekend was awesome for me. So it's been better for me, but I had fun. I was jamming.
Okay, so Run This Town playing quite frequently in the locker room. I know you take over DJ responsibilities every now and then. What other songs are you playing to get the guys ready on game day?
I'm very diverse, to be honest. I'm trying to please everybody. To be fair,
it's a tough job.
Yes. We go through phases as a locker room of what we listen to. Sometimes, it's rap. Sometimes it's EDM. Sometimes we're in our emo phase, so that when I posted of Ben, we've been jamming.
That was so funny.
Linkin Park, Green Day, everything. We're throwing it back, so it's been a rock preseason, to be honest.
For those that missed it, Ben Sweat he's got a good head of hair.
Yes.
And you guys were all at the team hotel, which is also where the Chiefs were staying for Super Bowl 57. And Ben was in the pool, and he came out with the emo hair in his face. That was really good. Maybe he should stick with that. That could be a good, I don't know. You're superstitious a little bit.
Yeah.
Have to be. You're an athlete.
A little bit. Not too much.
Not too much. Okay. Another part of the game that I think really stood out to a lot of people was, and maybe one of the biggest points in the game that kind of had a lot of people wondering, how is this thing going to go, is when Mahomes re-aggravated the ankle injury. And I'm curious, what is, for you, the worst injury you've ever played through as an athlete?
Yeah, it's actually the same. I tore my ankle first in 2019.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And that took me 4 weeks to get back. And then in 2021, I tore my other ankle, and I tried to rush it back in 2 weeks and actually felt horrible. Couldn't move. It was taped up, just like Mahomes is like. And so I could almost feel his pain, like watching him.
Yeah.
But he's such a warrior for playing through it, because it's tough. It's very, very tough, and you don't feel the same for several weeks. So that was my worst, to be honest, and hopefully it stays like that too. But yeah, I was amazed that he can actually carry this team to the Super Bowl with that ankle, because when he did it, I thought he was out for at least till the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but
the look on his face, I think, had a lot of people thinking, I don't know how this is going to go.
Close up, it looked like that ankle is not moving, like he was taped up all the way. So.
Yeah, he said, as long as I'm running just straight, which I can imagine, again, in soccer, like, you're not ever just running in a straight line, like
cutting everything.
Yeah,
it's a lot more feet work, but still, he's a legend for that.
Okay, last Chiefs question, then we're going to move in to some more of the other football. But like I said, the Chiefs did stay in y'all's hotel that you had been staying in for preseason. Who do you think got your room?
So we moved, and then I don't know who would get my room. I hope it was Andy Reid, to be honest, but
get that man a nice, comfortable night's rest.
Yes. I like my room; it was good. And then we had to move to the other side of the hotel because they have the other one. But I've never seen this much security in my life. It was crazy. It was like the president was staying there. It was so many cops. You showed up at the hotel, cops with dogs were walking around you. It was like roadblocks everywhere. It was insane. So. It was a big mess, but at the same time, it was awesome to be in it, and we were kind of gutted that we had to leave. There was so many events going on. We wish we would have been in the city for that, but at the same time, we came back to an even better environment, so it made up for it in a little bit.
Yeah, got to watch the Chiefs win here in Kansas City. So speaking of trophies, lots of trophies to win in 2023, and I know how excited you and the rest of the guys are just with how you all ended last season and getting that group back out on the field to go out and achieve some of the goals that you all fell short of last year. So I'm curious, between MLS Cup, Supporters Shield, Leagues Cup, and Open Cup, can you rank them in the order of which ones you like? I know winning any trophy is great, but if you had to put them in the order of like, okay, these are the ones I want to win in this order.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be MLS Cup number one. I think that's the biggest achievement, and I hope I get to experience that in my career one time. I've won the Open Cup, but I think it's awesome. I think it's a great tournament, and I'd love to win that again. Not too familiar, with the Leagues Cup as in terms of what it's gonna offer for us. So those are gonna be interesting to see. So I'm definitely still gonna go with MLS Cup and Open Cup for the first two, and then the rest can.
Yes, well, Leagues Cup, I think we're all very curious to see how it plays out, just because it's a new competition, and I know one that is just going to add more games to the season for you guys, and it's already a really jam-packed year. And we were just talking before we recorded here about the travel and MLS, and I think that's something a lot of people don't understand, is just how grueling the travel is, especially with just how spread out the United States is. You could be flying all the way, to the Pacific Northwest or all the way to the East Coast. What are some things that you try to do to make the travel more manageable for you during the season?
Yeah, obviously our staff is trying to help us as much as they can with, when we fly, they give us pillows, blankets, all sorts of drinks to hydrate well, and snack bags, everything. So like, you don't actually have to worry about, if you want to rest and you want to have the option. It's bad for some guys who, for example, are terrible sleepers on planes. Because as soon as we take off, I'm out.
Okay, I'm the same way. And as someone who's now traveled like the last 2 years, and especially like if you're leaving a late game and it's like you're not going to get in till 3 a.m, I'm like, I need to get at least half of my sleep on this airplane.
Yeah, I mean,
it's always pretty cold though.
That's true, but that's with blanket. It's nice, but that's why Fonty and Johnny sits in front of me, and they're always pissed because I'm sleeping immediately, and they're like talking, and they look back, and I'm like, out.
Zonked.
So yeah, obviously when you get to the hotel, you wanna be able to rest good, and the thing is, you have to eat well, drink a lot of water, and sleep, and these are the basics. And after that, whatever routines you have, like coffee runs, whatever. You also cannot sit too much in the hotel. Like it's a weird balance. You have to go for a walk for a little bit. So, but I think over the years we've gotten used to it. I think the new guys who get to the league, they struggle.
Yeah. Pretty amazing that you can sleep on a plane with how much coffee you drink. You're a big coffee guy.
Yeah.
The caffeine just like
really affect me, to be honest. I don't know how.
How much coffee would you have to drink to be like completely wired? Or like how many cups have you had in a day and just been like?
I feel like if I had like 3 espressos, then I'd be like, all right, I'm probably staying up.
Yeah. Is that your favorite way to have your coffee? Espresso?
Yeah, espresso or cappuccino, just simple.
Okay. You mentioned the snack bags on the plane. Those are my favorite part. What's your favorite snack that our girl Kim puts in the snack bag?
I'm gonna sound like a child, but I love the applesauce things.
So good.
Go
squeeze.
I love it. So.
Every time. Okay. Now I want to talk a little bit about, you mentioned how crazy, like you talked to Roger Espinoza after the Super Bowl and like, this is like such an American thing, like, like just the intensity and excitement that surrounds the Super Bowl. But, you've been in America now for just shy of 10 years. Is there something that being over here is still just like not quite used to compared to, being in Hungary?
I mean, I don't think if I'll ever be able to like convert, the miles and Fahrenheit and all of these are just so.
That's fair.
Like you grow up knowing a totally different system in everything, and here it's just like it's so weird. So if I could change one thing, that would be it. But other than that, I feel like, as you said, it's home for me, and all these things seem pretty normal. And I'm a season ticket member at a football football stadium, so like
probably would have never thought.
Yeah, that's one of the most American things you can do. So I'm pretty proud of myself.
I love it. Okay, so when it comes to this upcoming season, 2023, the team's had some time now in preseason. What are some things that you're most excited about, or what's kind of if you had to describe this team and this upcoming season in a few words, just what would you use to describe what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I am very excited to be back home and play in Children's Mercy Park. I think it's been too long, and obviously we fell short last year and make the playoffs, and that's something that we're gonna fight for, to give that back to our fans, to experience that this year, because that's the best part of the whole season, and we have to be able to be there. So just very excited to start it, to be honest, and get in the rhythm again, because it's hard to start the season. It's such a long season that first couple of games you're still trying to feel it out. Literally everything, as you said, the traveling, the fields, the feel for the game, and then it's just nice when you get in the rhythm and the team is in a good flow. So I'm excited for that.
How are you feeling? Any big goals that you have for yourself? I know that you've, from an individual records, club records, and you've been in league-wide conversations in the past when it comes to some of those awards that are given out with goal scoring and Golden Boot and all that stuff. But, what are some goals that you have for yourself going into this year, as you just come off that big news last year that you signed a new contract?
Yeah, so the new contract definitely gives me this boost of confidence. I want to be able to live up to it and kind of lead the team in any possible way. If it's goals, it's goals. If it's leadership, it's leadership. If everything possible, I want to be able to, if somebody anywhere in the team turns on Apple TV and says, I'm going to watch a Sporting KC game, it's me who they notice immediately, because I think this is a big step for me in my career, that a club trusts me this much, giving me this security with this 4-year deal, and I want to be able to live up to it and show it. But at the other side, I also feel like going into this preseason, like I'm not young anymore. I don't have this pressure that I have to prove myself to the coaches. So it's actually a very nice balance. So I'm feeling very, very calm and very excited actually to start the season, because I'm in a good place.
That's great to hear. I love that. And now want to do kind of a fun little segment, since we're recording this on Valentine's Day. Not that's going to go out on Valentine's Day, but I was thinking this could be kind of fun. We're going to do a little love it or hate it. Okay. So I'm just going to list off something, and you got to tell me if you love it or if you hate it, okay? Number 1, soda.
Like
Like soda pop.
Love it.
Okay. Country music.
I'm gonna still say hate it, but I've come a long way.
Hey, we saw you in those cowboy boots in Nashville, okay?
Yes.
New boot goofing. You gotta love country music if you got those on. Okay, social media.
Love it.
Okay. Tattoos.
Hate it. I don't have any tattoos.
Mornings.
Hate it. I mean, I'd love the night, so I'm gonna have to say no.
Okay, rain.
Hate it.
Coffee.
Love it.
Pizza.
Love it.
Board games.
Love it.
What's your favorite board game?
I'm a big Monopoly guy. My friends hate me because I'm very good at it.
You're running the town?
Yes.
Okay, I am terrible at Monopoly, so I think I've always been a big fan of Sorry. I feel like I get on a little heater and I play Sorry. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, now last segment to close out the show is a little one that we've been doing every show called Fill in the Blank. So kind of similar, but you're just gonna use one or a few words to fill in the blank. So fill in the blank to this question, this statement. My go-to cheat meal or food is blank.
Chick-fil-A.
What's your order? Yeah, it absolutely does. Chick-fil-A is not healthy, for the record. Sorry if that's a controversial thing to say. I guess it depends what you get there.
Yeah. It's in your head.
In your head, it is like...
You think it's healthy, you're eating chicken, there's lettuce on it.
There's a piece of lettuce on you.
I'm just going like deluxe sandwich, like it's simple.
So good. Are you the fries too?
Fries, love.
Of course, you have to. Okay, the game or moment that makes me the most angry when I think about it is blank.
Like in the past that...
Yeah.
It's actually remember that 2021, we played I think it was the last game against Salt Lake. And
Decision day.
Yeah, decision day, and they didn't call that.
The handball, yeah.
I think that was the worst call ever made, and it's still to this day we're bad.
I will never forget that. That was the first time I've ever had a player walk away from an interview with me. It was Roger. Roger was like, I'm sorry, I'm too mad right now. I can't do this anymore. That was one of the most, that was.
The thing is, the ref could miss it, but like the VAR, like it's unacceptable. Whatever.
It's in the past. We're moving on.
Yeah,
2023.
Don't bring it up.
No. Okay, bad idea. Okay, the perfect day consists of blank.
Perfect day. I'm saying more things here or just one thing?
Can be one or a couple.
Okay, since I'm never really with my family, I'm going to say spending it with my family. It's nice to be home.
I love that. Something I wish I was really good at is blank.
Either dancing or singing. I would love that because I love music, but I'm just so stiff when it comes to moving and I don't have a good voice. And I feel like those are good qualities to have.
It's like a lifelong skill that can help you in a variety of areas. Okay, so now I'm curious, who's the best dancer on the team and best singer? I've never heard anyone sing, so.
Singer? Well, we've been screaming Linkin Park, so we've been all good at that, but not actually. Actually singing, I don't know. Maybe Kai. Kai has like a smooth voice. But dancing, I don't think we've had a good dancer since Busio left.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Busio got the moves.
People are shy. They gotta come out of their shell.
All right, that's Daniel's challenging everyone this season. When he's playing the hits in the locker room, we got to see those moves, you guys. We got to hand this award out to somebody. Okay, on the flip side of that, my hidden talent is blank.
I hate this question. I don't have a hidden talent because my talent is to play soccer. So like for others, this would be a hidden talent.
But you don't have like a weird thing where you can like, I don't know, like, how some people can like are double jointed or something.
No. I don't.
Okay.
Nothing.
Maybe you just haven't discovered it yet.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll find out this year. Okay, if I had to trade places with anyone on my team for a day, I would trade places with blank. And this could be for any reason under the sun. Like, it doesn't have to be.
Oh, that's tough. I like where I am, but I don't know.
Just to know what it would be like to live a day in the life of one of your teammates.
Just one day. I'm going to say like Fonty, because I'd love to experience like having arms like this. It would be like, just how does it feel, you know?
Fonte, we'll give it to him. Fonte's jacked.
Yes.
Okay, the best book I read or movie I watched recently was blank.
So, best book I ever read was, I read Ozzy Osbourne's book, and it was hilarious. It was awesome. He just had a Super Bowl commercial too, so you could see.
Yeah.
But, and I'm gonna still say Inception.
I just watched that again recently, actually. It had been a while.
Recently, I just watched Sadness of Triangle. Very strange. If you don't like strange movies, don't watch it, but I loved it.
The title already kind of sounds.
Yes. But I love weird movies. When you're sitting there and you're like, what am I watching? I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Love it. Last one is the best way to listen to music is blank.
Probably in the car all the way up. That's how you got to test it.
Oh, yeah. Windows down or no? Got to keep that sound in.
Yeah, I got to keep it in. That's the first test. And after that, you can listen to it anywhere. But that's how you judge yourself.
That's how you
sit in your car, turn it all the way up. Let's hear it.
I love it. All right. Well, Dániel, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. Just going to give you the chance, like anything you want to say to the fans as we get closer and closer. We're just under 2 weeks away from the 2023 season.
Yeah, just very excited to be back and hope to see you guys soon. And let's do it.
All right. Awesome. There is Dániel Sallói. Thank you again for joining the show. And thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Soccer Talks with me, Aly Trost Martin. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, KCSN Soccer. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching this production of KC Sports Network, the fastest growing sports media network in Kansas City. Check out these videos that feature our team of more than 15 former players, insiders, and analysts bringing you the best Chiefs coverage you can find. Entertain, educate, inform. KC Sports Network.